Hello everyone, we're back. This is a continuation of the last video put out, Chemtrails, Contrails. Anyways, I wanted to do this next video because it's a continuation, and you'll see those are the three that were sprayed earlier. I'm actually going to point that out here in a second. We have the top one. That was that little piece that retained from that long trail across the sky. And the two other ones are the two that were next to each other that you saw in the beginning. So if you watch the other video, you'll see that I pointed out two chemtrails that were sprayed out. This is basically how they've ended up at this point. So that's pretty bad that it's here's the top one, and those are the one of the two that was sprayed not a while back, and there's the second one. And as you see, they've become pretty spread out by now. And they're moving an northeast direction, I believe. But anyways, the real prize of this video is coming up. We get to see a real super long trail. Plus, we get to see how wide the other trail became. And the bottom trail that you see towards the center of the screen, the thickest one. That was basically the one that you're going to see coming up here in the future of this video. You're going to see how wide that is. Plus, you're going to see basically part of the transformation of how the trail becomes to be this way. Those two trails that we filmed in the first video are actually filmed hours earlier, I want to say, or at least an hour and a half. I'm somewhere around that area. I could be wrong by a couple minutes or so, but somewhere along that area, and they were working their way eastbound towards my direction. Okay, now you'll see that we have our jet coming up from the bottom of the screen, leaving a trail. We're going to follow that, and in the course of following this, you're going to see another wide, what looks like a long cloud kind of thing, but that's basically going to be to the right of the one where that plane is going to right now. And it's going to be flying kind of across it and next to it. And when you see that, just remember, that used to be what this plane is putting out right now. That's how that started off. If contrails really have the ability to spread out that wide and go across vast distances and retain themselves in some form, whether they be spread out or not, is pretty darn amazing. So I can't see that being possible. So if people watching this video can kind of give me their input, especially ones that have knowledgeable opinions based on facts, or based on what they've heard from people that are pretty much smart and got their stuff together and maybe have some valuable input. Sorry, I guess I have a phone call. I am going to go ahead and ignore that. And I can move on to do my video. As you see, it's continuing to make its way up. You'll see that's the shadow to the right is actually a house that's next door to me. And you'll see that it's kind of climbing at the same angle as the house right there. And it's flying over an area right now where it looks like everything's swooping up in a circle. Some sort of a weird formation. I don't even know how to explain it. Anyways, it's spraying up in the end like a bowl. And this plane is obviously flying over that. At least it appears that way in the video. But it keeps going and going and going. And like I said, we're going to have some pretty good video coming up where you're going to actually see what these things turn into. So not only do you see right now what they're doing, you're going to see in the course of this video as well in the background. And next to this particular trail, the earlier one that was sprayed, and how thick it became to be, and how vast across the sky it stretches. So it's pretty big deal here, and I'd really like to find out if it's possible these are contrails to spread out this much and to go over such large distances. If that's a possibility, I don't think so. But if some other people that have some knowledgeable opinions can come forward and give me some of their comments, that would be ideal. Anyways, as you see, we've been watching this for a while already, and it's basically stretched across the sky. Pretty darn long, if you ask me. And there's a couple of spots where it broke up. Now, that being one of them right there. I don't understand why that happens unless they're shutting it off and turning it back on. That's not possible with the engines, I wouldn't think. I don't think they're stalling out. Why would there be gaps? With that particular air in that particular spot, is it hotter? Does it dissipate faster? Why does the other portions of it expand out, but that one actually disappears? And it's only one small little spot, so that's pretty amazing in itself. Anyways, we're continuing to watch this thing move. It's going to go to the point of where I can't see it anymore, and then I will go up and down the trail, and I will basically show you zooming in, zooming out, part of what's happening here. And remember, like I said, the other thick cloud-like thing that's in the strip that's going across the sky was one of these at one point. You'll see it right there at the bottom. Okay, wait till we come back up here. Well, I'm kind of focused on this other trail, but in a second here, I'm sure I'm going to have a shot where you can see this other one pretty darn good. Now, it's windy up there, so that would explain why these things are spreading out fairly quick. But look at the one on the bottom when you get out. This one's pretty amazing in itself, especially all those white spots. And it almost appears as if there's two things that are mixing together once they're applied in the sky. And it looks like we're talking about two different colors here. One's more of a gray, one's more of a white. It could just be me, and in some pictures it looks like both of them are white, but I don't know, it just looks like there's something there. I don't know what. You see the white spots, you can't miss it. Little popcorns, and they spread out. Pretty darn amazing. This is what contrails do. And why didn't it happen more than 7 years ago? Why hasn't it been that way since the government learned how to fly at high altitudes? And can I see a plane with my eyeballs at 50,000 feet? That's another question I'd like to ask, because on the 20th or the 21st, I don't remember which day. I think it was this day actually, the 20th. I was able to look up and see it. Most of the time when I've seen the trails, I have my camcorder and I have to zoom in, and then I still can't even see the darn things. This one, I'm just looking up at the sky. Yeah, it's pretty far up there, but I'm able to see the plane clearly. And I noted that in one of my videos very clearly. Hopefully we'll have a shot here of the one. See the one at the bottom, how wide it's getting? That's what the same thing is we're looking at right now. At just a long time after the fact. It's made its way from the West Valley, and God knows how far west of that, and it's had to work its way over to me. But I saw that one in the distance, and I filmed it in my earlier video. So. Hopefully I'll have the shot over here to the left. I thought I got it in this footage. There's one. There it is. That's the one that was sprayed earlier. Look how thick that thing got. and it spreads across the sky. It's pretty unreal, if you ask me.